Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is Nidhi and my presentation is curriculum design and my focus age group is age 3 to 5. The philosophy of my curriculum is based on an understanding that the relationships, exploration, play are the most appropriate methods of learning among children aged between 3 and 5. Based on the affordance theory of Gibson, I perceive the environment as an active learning learners, a place where one can be curious, creative, and experimental. Every object, surface, or material offers an affordance which allows children to try out ideas, risk, and create a meaning in context. Nolan and Robin 2024. This consistent with the principle of early years learning framework that children are capable and competent learners that grow through active interaction. Department of Education, Employment and Workplace Relation DEEWR 2009. Educators take a facilitated role which expand the learning process by thoughtful questioning and modeling, which is similar to the social culture theory of Vysotsky's 1978. Relationship and belonging are the key element in the philosophy. All the areas of instruction, environment design, as well as assessment are geared towards raising confident and connected and independent learners. 3 and 5-year-old children exhibit an impressive development in all areas of development. Thought why they start to think symbolically through language and imagination to express ideas and play with the cause and effect, Irving in Carton 2018. In the social context, they become aware of the feeling of other people, grasp how to work together, bargaining and share during play. Physical growth advance. First, children learn balance, coordination, and control and can now play more advantageously and meaningfully. Such changes of development are consistent with the theory of affordance by Gibson that state that children understand more and more opportunity to act in their surrounding environment as they grow. Nolan and Robin 2024. As an illustration, a climbing appropriate in a provide a younger child with a balancing game where an older one can use it as a platform to play at their own imagination. These milestones are identified by the EYLF DEEWR 2009 as the basis of agency, identify, and well-being. All the elements that should be used as a motivating factor in the planning of the curriculum in the group of children. This table presents the first part of the weekly program that incorporates the affordance theory through play-based learning among children between the age of 3 to 5. On Monday, children learn about natural textures by using clay to create sculpture in which the material themselves serve as creatively and sensitively engaging affordance. Gibson 2014. The obstacle trail provides in Tuesday will turn the outside world into an active learning environment where children can climb, balance, and evaluate risks, which are crucial in assuring both confidence and well-being. EYLF Outcome 3 DEEWR 2009. The storytelling circle on Wednesday connect language and imagination. Children collaboratively create stories with the help of props, which contribute to the development of narrative thinking and social cooperation, which is the part of the social culture theory developed by Vysotsky's 1978. These experiences illustrate how spaces and materials are purposefully developed to foster whole person development, creativity, motor, language, and social development. All the activities offer distinct affordances that promote agency, independence, and engagement in accordance to the principle in EYLF concerning belonging, being, and becoming. The second part of the program continues with the development of agency and exploration of children through the environment with the plentiful affordances. On Thursday, the loose park construction zone will have open-ended materials like fabric, tubes, and pebbles to encourage imaginative engineering and problem solving. Gibson, in his Affordance Theory 2014, suggested that these materials include several development functions, including creativity, preservance, and spatial reasoning. EYLF Outcome for DEEWR 2009. The community garden morning on Friday present the children with the concept of sustainability, planting, watering, and watching nature. This experience does not only help children to develop environmental responsibility, it also helps the children to develop a sense of independence and belonging. EYLF Outcome 2. Natural environment efforts are abundant in terms of sensory and cognitive qualities, which enable children to notice patterns, nurture living organisms, as well as cooperate. The 2 days support the need to design learning environment that support inquiry, agency, and respect toward the surrounding world. Nallon and Robin 2024. Third teacher environment is specifically created based on affordance theory as suggested by Gibson 2014, which focuses on how the spaces and materials invite a specific type of exploration. The one plan design will provide a natural movement between the outdoor and indoor environment so that the children can move freely between creative, sensory, and the social experience. An art corner with paint, clay, and collage material that is affordable helps in expressing and experimenting. The loose part show promotes the benefit of innovation using recyclable materials. Whereas a reading nook promotes emotionally and language growth. A sensory garden, which is outdoor, has chances of observation, responsibility, and care of living things. The use of transparent shelves and low dividers provides control and visibility to enable the teacher to monitor without being overbearing on the children. This design is a response to the EYLF DEEWR 2009 focus on the environment that foster belonging and well-being that enable children to be empowered as confident, capable participants in their learning world. Nolan and Rowan 2024. The key to the establishment of the safe and empowering environment of 3 to 5-year-old is effective supervision. In accordance with the standards of SASQA's 2022, the plan is 1 to 10 ratio. Educators operate in specific areas so that their presence and participation are always guaranteed. Supervision is also influenced by the affordance theory of Gibson 2014, which does not solely deal with the supervision but the identification of the affordances of every space. The knowledge that children will be able to interact with something or take some physical risk during the process of play. The teacher places themselves in a strategist position whereby they are mobile and responsive to the needs of the children and the environment. They apply the approach of the dynamic supervision. The staff members work indoors and outdoor facilitate active play without compromising the safety. The daily briefing has transitioning group and mealtime responsibility to maintain uniformity and communication. These strategies align with the EYLF DEEWR 2009 ideologies of well-being and belonging, whereby children develop secure relationships whereby they feel safe to explore in safe, well-managed environments. Instruction in this curriculum is purposeful, interactive, and reactive. Based on the Gibson Affordance Theory 2014, the teacher recognizes the learning opportunity presented by each space or material, be it with the balancing beam that can be played with to learn physical skills or the sandpit that's just cooperative construction. The affordances determine the way children will interact and the innovation made by the educators to build on the learning. Vysotsky's 1978 social culture approach suggests that the educators employing the model of scaffolding, modeling, and open-ended questioning can work upon the zone of proximal development of each child. As an illustration, in loose part play, I could trigger thinking by posing a question such as, "What would you create with the addition of other blocks?" This developed great thinking, creativity, and communication. There is also a reflective and adaptive aspect of teaching. Teachers constantly monitor and record that change their approaches depending on the interest that children show. It is a practice that incorporates the principles of the EYLF DEEWR 2009 of responsiveness to children and learning through playing so that the experiences are not meaningless but empowering. The evaluation in this curriculum is real, informal, and reflective as the children are known to exhibit learning in their daily play and adventure. Based on the Irving and Carton 2018, observation will be applied to capture meaningful instances of interaction and to learn how children will respond to affordances of their environment. As an illustration, I will write down how creativity, problem solving, and symbolic thinking are developing when the children transforms a log into a breeze or pebbles into food. Gibson 2014, Navalon and Draban 2024. These understandings are captured in learning stories, anecdotal notes, photographs, and reflection by family members, which are all in accordance with the ethical standards of the ECA Code of Ethics 2017. Assessment is based on the three-part model EYLF, namely for as or of. Learning DEEWR 2009, which will guide planning, scaffolding, and evaluation. This guarantees the holistic monitoring of the development of each child, as well as the inclusion deliberately and responsive teaching practice towards individual progress. Here is the references which I used in my assignment. Thank you for listening.